Welcome back to Triple Alpha Sports Talk. I'm Brice, no Josh, and Roy's over there.
Good, no
Josh
Josh.
is being a loser tonight and didn't want to record, so we're going to hold it down. Let's jump into the MLB standings. Would you like to read it, Roy?
I got him here. Let's start. Got the AL East here. The Yankees still in first, 5.5 above Toronto. Tampa is 6.5 out. Boston is 9 games out, and the Orioles are still 14 games out. So they're not. They're 6-4 in the last 10. So maybe something's coming around for them, but we'll see.
Yeah.
The Central. Detroit Tigers are still leading that division. They are 40-21, so they got a pretty good record.
Best record in the league.
Yeah, best record in baseball. They're 6.5 games above Cleveland, 7 games above Minnesota, 8.5 of Kansas City, and then the White Sox are 21.5 games. So they're already on their way out of the playoff picture. The AL West, Seattle Mariners are 32-26, and they are tied with Houston, who's 33-27. So same, tied for first. Texas is 4 games back. The Angels are 5.5 games back, and then Athletics, who have been 1-9, who just been on a terrible streak, are 10.5 games back. The NL East, you've got the Mets, who have taken over first place over from the Phillies. And Phillies are a game and a half back.
Never mind. Keep going.
Yeah. The Nationals are 9.5 back. The Atlanta Braves are 10 games back, and Miami Marlins are 14.5 games back. NL Central, Cubs still lead the division. They're 4 games up on St. Louis. They're trying to pull away a little bit.
A couple minutes.
Milwaukee, 5 games back. The Reds are 9 games back, and then the Pittsburgh Pirates are 16. The Dodgers lead the NL West. They're a game ahead of the Padres. The Giants are 3 games back. Diamondbacks are 7.5 back, and then you got Colorado, who are 25.5 games back. Anything on that? Anything that get to you?
The only thing I want to point out, there's 2 things. The first thing is the Diamondbacks. They've got to figure it out. I mean, I know that division is really good, but have you seen how they've been playing lately?
Oh, yeah. 2-8 in the last 10.
Yeah, like, I get text every single day from big fan of the pod, Zach Walkie. Man, this bullpen blows. We suck. I can't stand this. This bullpen sucks. And it looks like Corbin Burns might be out now.
Yeah, Tommy John probably.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's seen the video. He gets injured, throws a pitch, and then you just see him go, man, my elbow's done. It's dead. Not looking good. He got used pretty heavily last year by the Orioles, so that could have something to do with it. I know we're still early, but this team is looking like a potential seller to me. And I just wanted to hear your thoughts on whether you think the Diamondbacks are probably starting to get into a position where they're going to start selling.
Well, I have read that they're probably on their way. I mean, that division's so tough. They're right now, I mean, like I said, they're 7.5 back, which isn't, I mean, they're not out of it. But Padres are starting to turn things a little bit. Giants have been just steady all year. And you have the Dodgers. It's going to be tough for them. They can't win that division. It's just going to be too tough. So so you have to get a wild card. Well, you look at that wild card. I think you're going to see the Mets, Phillies. I think right now you got 5 teams probably right now going to be in the playoffs. I mean, we're months away. I mean, the Mets, Phillies, Cubs, Dodgers, and Padres.
Yeah.
So that leaves you 2. That leaves you a couple of wild cards. Well, I mean,
probably get one from the Central and the Cardinals and Brewers.
You got the Cardinals, Brewers, and Giants who are all ahead of them. So it's just going to be tough. If they don't turn it around by the end of the month, they're going to be selling, and they got some pieces to sell. So it might be if Burns is out, like he's probably going to be. I think they're sellers.
The only other thing I want to mention about these standings is I just kept hearing, Brice, are you worried about the Cubs having the Cardinals catch them? And I just kept telling people, no, I am not worried about that sorry ass team. They were the hottest team in all of baseball, and they're still 5 games behind the Cubs. What they should be worried about is trying to hold on to that second place because the Brewers caught them because they just got all hyped up that they were playing real good against some shit teams for a little bit. And I told you, as soon as they start playing good teams again, they're going to start losing again. What happened?
I agree. I think the Cardinals better. I mean, they're just not steady enough. The Brewers are finally figuring something out and starting to win some ball games. So, and now I looked at your guys' schedule, everybody's schedule in Central. You guys really haven't played each other. So you're starting to play each other a little bit now. But it looks like most of your games are from now to the end of the year. So you're going to start playing your division. Didn't look like you played early. So that's going to hurt some of these teams that got, early on. The Cardinals, I don't know if they can compete with some of these internal teams. We'll just have to, I don't know. And I'm not convinced that they're a team that's going to be steady for the playoffs.
Yep. That's all I had to say about the standings. I don't know if you had anything.
The standings,
changes, really.
There really hasn't been much change. I mean, I just can't believe Detroit's so good. I mean, they just keep looking. I mean, they were 7-3 last 10. I mean, they're 21-8 at home. I mean, they're just beating teams. Their run differential is tied with the Yankees at 98, which is most in baseball. Cubs are second at 97 plus 97. So I mean, it's just I knew this team would be decent. I was leaning about their pitching, their offense. I mean, somehow they found Baez has found his bat and being in center field, outfield. So they've been playing steady, good baseball. They're in a division that has got crap teams in it. I mean, the Minnesota Twins, they win 10 and then they lose 10. They're just, it's really, they're 5-5 in the last 10. It's just really weird. That's the only thing. The Detroit Tigers is, that's crazy with me.
Yeah, I mean, I said they would be good. I didn't think they'd have the best record in the league, but I did think this team would be pretty good.
Yep.
I'm going to talk about our little draft pool. It looks like it's current as of yesterday. So the wins from today will be added in. We now have a tie for second place with Roy and Josh, both at 186.
The A's are killing me.
Commanding 13-game lead right now.
Yeah, so I'm guessing we're not switching teams today.
Yeah, I guess not. I didn't think about that
because Josh isn't here. We'll just have to do it on text message, and then we'll report next week. Because I gotta get rid of the problem is I gotta get rid of the A's, but there's nobody else to put in there, so I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't take anybody else from that tier 3. Yeah. The only thing that I might change is I might try to get the Diamondbacks back. I just wanted to drop them because actually. No, after what I just talked about, I won't be getting the Diamondbacks back. I'm good with that.
I got some things that I was going to do, but since Josh is here, we just won't do them then.
Yeah.
We'll just have to wait till next time.
I just wanted to boast that I'm still kicking your guys' ass.
It's early, man. Early.
NBA Finals matchup. I don't know if you saw it. Pacers Thunder. I won't watch a single game of it.
I haven't watched an NBA game for. I can't remember. Brice or Bronx maybe watch one because we were arguing, Bronx and I'll bring this into it. Your top 5 of all time, because he was bringing in, and I had my 5, and I told him my reason. He didn't. I mean, he doesn't know the players, so I can go tell you what my 5 were. Top 5 NBA players, because we were arguing about this. The olden days, old guys past, from 1970s on or before. I mean, it's hard to tell. Bill Russell's great, but he was so much taller than everybody. There were so many young. I can't really say, but that they were any of the best. Right? So I went with 5 guys.
Top 5.
Yeah, top 10. I will give it to him. But I went with 5 players who I said, if you at the time when they played, there were nobody better than them at their position, or when you talk, they may not won the MVP vote, but they were dominating at all times. And that's my argument that LeBron James has never dominated.
Everybody's 8 on his watch.
He's always had He's always had somebody. He's been good, the best player a couple years. There's always been better players like Stephen Curry, Katie Durant, Katie
Dirk Nowitzki.
Dirk. There's always been better players. So my top 5, and you can, I don't care if you argue me or not. I put, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. I'm not talking about position. I'm just talking about top 5 of all time. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and Shaquille O'Neal are my top 5.
I agree with you on all of them, but maybe one player. I don't know if I have. No, I don't know if I have Kobe in top 5. Actually,
Kobe? Just think how dominating he won. 5 world championships. Went to 6 of them? Six NBA titles, or 7? 6. Yeah, 6. Just think. I always look at when the USA team who couldn't win a game, and then couldn't win it. They could win some games, but they couldn't win the gold medal till Kobe came on that team.
Yeah, and he ran through Pau Gasol's chest.
Yeah, and he dominated, got the team going, and that's to me, him and Jordan they were the same player. Him and Jordan are the same player. So those are my 5. That's my.
I would. I put Jordan at 1. Obviously, I don't think it's close. Larry Bird, Magic, Shaq. It's hard to not put LeBron in the top 5. I think
he's my. I'll put him in the top 10.
I'm a hater of LeBron, I think he's got to be top 5. He's got too many stats and longevity.
Well, I'll get longevity, but you got to think in the short amount of time that some of these other players played in his time. They dominate LeBron in stats wise. If you look at the years with
LeBron hater,
I just don't see LeBron as a. I hate LeBron, but he's a whiner. He doesn't play defense except when he needs to. You talk to these other guys, none of them say they're the greatest of all time. LeBron specifically says he's the greatest of all time. Yeah, because to him, he has to think he is, because he's not. And he's been to a lot of. Yeah, you can say, he's been to a lot of NBA championships. Well, guess what? If you put Michael Jordan on, let him go around and do that, he's going to win. He'll probably.
He went to 8 straight championships with literally the best team he would play against in the playoffs was DeMar DeRozan's Raptors.
Oh yeah,
he got a cakewalk to the championship every year, and there's a reason that Stephen Curry beat the shit out of him every year. And I saw a tweet today or yesterday, actually. They were like, if LeBron's better than KD and Kyrie Irving's better than Steph Curry, then why did they lose? And that's just a huge point to me. It's just not true.
I think KD's probably top 10, one of the best players of all time.
I do too. I also think Steph Curry is.
His injuries got him. Steph Curry,
I think Steph KD's just out of the top 10.
Do you?
I don't think he's won enough. He didn't win anything without Steph Curry.
True, but I don't always look at championships because, Charles Barkley is one of the best players of all time, and he never won one.
I'll list off another 5 I think that are ahead of KD, because I will now go Steph Curry. I think he's another in the top 10. Kobe Bryant. I think Tim Duncan is regarded as in the top 10 by most people. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is in there, in my opinion.
Yeah, so my next
the 5 that 10th person could be a ton of people that I think are better, that could be over KD.
My next 5 would probably be, if I had to round out to 10, I would add Tim Duncan, because I think he's one of the best, but I think he's the best power forward to ever play the game.
Yeah.
I would say I would put Kareem was the greatest scorer ever in that era, but I think I put him just outside top 10, because I would put Bill Russell other than him, just because of the wins on that, and because he just dominated. He dominated the sport at that time. I think Charles Barkley, huh?
You don't have Wilt even in the conversation.
See, Wilt. You got to think when Wilt scored all those points, and that's the hard. See, Wilt See, I think Bill Russell, Wilt, and Dr. J were all probably about the same to me, and I think they're all right there. I mean, I'm not saying I would put probably number 10 would be Bill Russell because I'd still put LeBron in the top 10. I put Steph in the top 10, and I don't. So and I had Charles Barkley, so I don't. Yeah, I'd have KD outside the top 10.
It's hard for me to not put Dirk Nowitzki in the top 10, actually.
And
I
Dirk,
think he has the most – I don't even know how to phrase it, but he has the best championship run of all time. That team that he took to the championship was not that great, and he beat 3 of the greatest super teams ever put together on his way there. I mean, it was unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's tough because I say Dirk is in the conversation. I would also put who was I thinking of just a minute ago? I mean, Scottie Pippen has got to be in the. I mean, I'm not saying top 10, but he's got to be in the conversation
Top 20,
of being
probably.
up there. You know, top 15. You got to put. I mean, I'm just thinking of. I mean, Isaiah Thomas was a hell of a ball player.
A lot of people put Allen Iverson up that high too.
I mean, if you talk about pure just instincts and score, Allen Iverson's one of the best ball players. If he was 6'6", there's no. I mean, you couldn't stop him. But I don't know if he could move like the way he did. But he was. I mean, he was a stud. Yeah, there's a kid that took a team to the championship that shouldn't have done it.
Yeah. So. He got one game out of him. So
yeah,
step over a game.
But that was our argument earlier. Bronx and I had. So
I'm gonna move over to my game then, unless you have something else.
That's it.
So I'm gonna take a little break from the game that I've been doing with like the positions. You name people because I don't have Josh.
Yep.
I have a list of every letter of the alphabet, Roy, and I want you to name the greatest player ever of any sport, greatest athlete ever for each letter of the alphabet. Like their first name starts with it.
Their first name or last name?
First name.
Okay.
I have a list next to me that ChatGPT made just to go off of, but I want to hear your take.
Okay, I'll try.
Start with A.
Allen Iverson. Just because he was the first one popped in my head.
ChatGPT gave me Muhammad Ali. I almost don't want to count.
But you said first name, right?
I did say first name, but it has Muhammad Ali for some reason. I don't know why it counts that, but I don't have a reference for that one.
So I'll do first names, I guess. So okay.
Yeah. B.
Oh, B. Barry Sanders.
I like that answer. For some reason, mine didn't even give me someone that starts with a B in first or last name. I didn't even notice that. C.
Oh, C. I'd go with. I didn't put it on my spot here.
I think this one you probably won't think of, but once I say it, you'll be like, yeah.
Gosh, I don't want to say his name, but the only one I can think of is Chris Carter. I don't know why.
Think soccer.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Gosh, I didn't think about him.
Gotta be him. D. This guy, the one they gave me again, doesn't even have a D in his name. That's so weird.
D. David Robinson. That's the first name that popped in my head.
David Robinson, you think he's the best player of all time?
No.
Okay.
He's just with D. I can't. That was the first name popped in my head. I think he's great.
Thought maybe you'd say Derek Jeter.
Didn't even pop in my head. Didn't even pop in my head.
Yeah, I don't know. E. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of. Sure, there are some I'm just not thinking of.
Oh man, like I said, I'm going first. People pop in my head. Ed Reed pops in my head.
I don't think that's a bad pick. I don't know a lot of E's, to be honest with you. It's giving me people that don't even start with these letters. F.
Gosh, yeah. If I went for first name popped in my head was Frank Thomas.
I was gonna say Frank Thomas popped in my head, and so did Frank Gore. I'm trying to think of other Franks.
Fred McGriff. I enjoyed him as a baseball player.
Don't know him. Freddie Freeman could be up there.
Right. How about Finkel?
Hall of Famer. Finkel?
Ace Ventura.
Let's switch over to G.
Gosh,
I would say Gil Hodges probably.
I
is
said
up there.
Gary Anderson, one of the greatest kickers I've ever. That popped in my
I don't
head.
even know who that is.
He was a great kicker back in the day.
Grant Horvat. I don't know if you know who that
Grant
is.
Hill was good ball player.
Got to be some Georges, I would feel like, but I don't know. I can't think of any. Let's go to H.
Hank Aaron.
I was gonna say Hammer and Hank Aaron's what's coming to mind.
Henry Rollingardner.
I have no idea who that is.
He's a baseball. The movie, whatever the movie was, gosh, Rookie of the Year.
Okay. Let's go to I. I have a good one. Ichiro.
That's a lot. Yeah, Ichiro
I think
Suzuki.
he's a good one. Yeah.
Ichiro's a good one.
Ian Happ.
No.
J.
Oh,
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson. Jackie Joyner-Kersee. She was a great track star for.
That's the one that it gave me. I didn't know if you know who that was. That's crazy.
Yep, I know her. Jimmy Johnson.
That's actually not a bad one. They're athletes.
Race car driver.
Jimmy Buckets. K.
K.
I'm having trouble.
No, Kevin Mitchell, but he was a baseball player a long time ago. He was a decent player.
Kevin White, the biggest bust ever.
Who?
Kevin White.
Kevin Brown was a hell of a pitcher. I'm just naming baseball players. There's got to be some. Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I don't know how I missed KD. We're just talking about him. It's probably KD. L.
I won't say the one that popped in my head. Larry Bird. LeBron James popped in my head.
Got to be Larry Legend. M.
Michael Jordan.
Pretty easy. N.
Nate
Robinson.
Nick. There's got to be a Nick somewhere.
Nick Young, Swaggy P.
Nick Anderson. He's an Illinois player. Screw that. He was a good NBA player there for a while.
I don't know anymore.
I can't think of anything.
Oh.
Oral Hershiser. Hell of a pitcher.
Oscar Robinson.
Big
O. P.
Pete Rose.
Your boy. Oh, I figured you'd say your boy, Peyton
Manning. Pete Rose, Peyton Manning.
Porter Hodge.
Paul O'Neill.
Q. I don't know if I know.
Phil Mickelson.
Phil Mickelson's up there.
What'd you say was the next one? Q. Jeez.
I feel like there's like a Quentin or something somewhere.
Quentin Richardson? No. Yeah, Quentin Richardson played NBA.
I'm not going to come up with a guy named Q.
Quentin Richardson's the only one I know from NBA.
Yeah.
It's probably one I'm missing.
R.
Ricky Henderson.
Roger
Clemens. Randy Johnson.
Yeah. Trying to think of some more, but I don't know. S.
Scott Scheffler.
Scotty Scheffler is a good one.
Um,
I don't know. I don't know anybody that. I
S.
feel like I'm missing a ton of really great S players.
Stephon Marbury.
Stephen Curry.
Stephen Curry.
T. Tom Brady.
Tom
Easy.
Brady. Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods is also on there. Tony Hawk.
Tony Gwynn.
You know Tony Hawk?
Yes, I know who Tony Hawk is.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get much more on these. Oh, I missed one for S. Serena Williams. Missed that one. Usain Bolt.
There you go. That's about the only one I can think of.
The Venus Williams.
There you go. Victor somebody.
Victor Cruz.
Victor Cruz.
W.
Willie Randolph.
Wilt Chamberlain. X. It's got to be an Xavier somewhere. Has to be some Xavier somewhere. Xavier Edwards for the Marlins.
I was trying to think of Xander or something. I don't know.
Oh, I have another good one for W. Wander Franco.
Yeah.
Why? I've been waiting for this one. Yao Ming, Yao Ming, Yao Ming, Yao Ming.
Yao
Ming. And then Z. I don't know if I know a Z.
Zeb. I don't know. Zach Greinke.
The thing says
Zach Greinke.
That's probably it. That's a good one. Zach is about the only name I can think of for that. So I just thought that was a fun little list.
That wouldn't be too bad. All right, so I got 10 questions here. I was just pulling up trivia, and they're all on Cubs, and they're just, you got choices here. So first question: what were the Chicago Cubs originally called? The White Stockings, the Midways, the Colts, or the Orphans?
The White Stockings.
That is correct. Cubs began playing in 1870 as the White Stockings and joined in 1876 as a charter member. All right, number 2. Which Cubs pitcher was named Three Fingers? Charlie Root, Hippo Vaughn, Mordecai Brown, or Lon Warnicki?
A.
Nope. I don't even know which one it is. It is Mordecai Brown. Who holds the franchise single season record for runs scored? Woody English, Kiki Kyler, Roger Hornsby, or Sammy Sosa?
It's got to be Hornsby or Sosa.
Hornsby.
Yeah.
Which TV star played first base for the Cubs? Michael Landon, Lee Majors, Chuck Connors, or William Shatner?
William Shatner's the only name I even know. So, sure. I don't think it's him, but sure.
I think it is Chuck Connors. Played the Riflemen. Starred in the Riflemen. I don't know who that is. What was the longest game in Cubs history? 6 hours and 10 minutes, 6 hours and 27 minutes, 5 hours and 48 minutes, or 5 hours and 19 minutes?
Whatever the longest one, second to longest one, 6 hours and whatever.
Nope.
It's the longest one.
It's 6 hours and 27 minutes.
That's crazy.
On which island did the Cubs hold spring training for almost 30 years? Catalina, Martha's Vineyard, Nantucket, or Long Island?
I don't know that one, actually. Let's go with Long Island.
Nope. Catalina. Did not know that.
Wine mixer.
From 1921 to 1951 was just a short break during World War II. The Cubs trained on Catalina Island. After some bad weather in 1951, however, the club moved to spring training to Mesa, Arizona. Okay. Which Cub pitcher retired the last batter in Game 7 of the 2016 World Series? Hector Rondon, Adoldis Chapman, Carl Edwards, or
Chapman did the
Mike
8th.
Montgomery?
Chapman did the 8th, and someone else came in for the 9th. Oh, because Chapman gave up like 4 runs. Oh, what's his name? I think it's the one. What'd you say the first one was?
Hector Rondon,
No.
Carl Edwards, or Mike Montgomery?
Let's go with Montgomery. I think it's Montgomery.
Mike Montgomery.
I literally just rewatched this game the other day just for fun, and I know.
Which Cubs pitcher was on the wrong end of Babe Ruth's famous called shot? Wilbur Cooper, Sheriff Blake, Lon Warnicki, or Charlie Root?
Charlie Root.
Yes.
What a guess.
Which player was named Mr. Cub? Ron Santo, Billy Williams,
Banks.
Ernie Banks. And last one. Which Cub player played basketball for the Harlem Globetrotters during the offseason? Was it Derek Lee, Ernie Banks, Fergie Jenkins, or Andre Dawson?
Andre Dawson. No. Is it Fergie?
Fergie Jenkins.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was who I was going to say. And he said Andre Dawson, and I was like, he was kind of tall.
That surprised me. I had to learn some stuff about the Cubs. Did not know they were in Catalina. Jeez, did not.
I didn't know that either. Freaking Catalina wine mixer, Roy.
And that's probably where this all started. The Cubs were drinking too much wine mixer there.
All right. Like and subscribe. Give us a comment if we miss some players on the 26 things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just peace. We'll see you next
comment
week.
On it. Yeah. And then next week, we're all different places. So who knows? It might just be one of us. It might be all of us. It might be 2 of us. If it's me, you better not listen because it's going to be a rant. If it's just me by myself, it'll be a long rant about just talking about how the players are today. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
All right. Peace.
See ya.